So I wanted to share with you the fact that I've just joined this community on WhatsApp and it's called the Joy Challenge community. And it's so incredible because everybody has to share or gets to share rather one thing at least per day that has brought them joy. And the incredible thing about that is that it's really helped us tune into what is joy, what brings us joy. And there's so many things in a day I'm so grateful for that do actually bring me joy. And it's stuff that I've had to work hard to make happen. But like now that I'm getting an opportunity to really focus on that and actually acknowledge it as like an actual moment, and taking the moment to actually acknowledge the moment is like pure gold, because it's one thing experiencing the joy in the moment, but it's also another thing being able to appreciate that joy. And it's just made me reflect on how much it's actually changed my overall mood for the week, because not only am I taking the time to share my joy, but I'm also able to revel in other people's joy. And it's so great because it's not always some big, huge thing. Sometimes it's the tiniest thing, like dipping your toes into the water, or drinking your favorite cappuccino, or getting a moment in the sunshine, or spending time with a loved one, or playing a game with a kid, and I've just really found it so amazing as to how it's really shifted my week. Now, the girl who runs this little community, she's actually in another community that I'm in, which is the mystery school that I am studying in at the moment. And it was actually a friend of mine who is in that school who shared it on her story. And I was like, girl, count me in. I want to be there. So I jumped in on the fun, and honestly, it's the best thing on my WhatsApp. It's actually getting me excited about WhatsApp again, because I'm in so many communities and I'm so grateful for the fact that I have so much access in communities on WhatsApp, especially for like home education and all the other things that I'm involved in. But it's so nice to have something that's not necessarily a responsibility, but rather a gift that you can acknowledge and share. And I just really wanted to share how much joy that has brought me this week. And just a few minutes ago, I was listening to a friend's voice note. Bless her. She sent me like a half an hour voice note, and she was like apologizing so much after that. She was like, oh my God, this is not normal to send people half an hour voice notes. And I was like, well, you know what? It's fine. Like, I've got a half an hour drive later on today, so it's going to work out great. Um, but I was just listening to the first few minutes of it, and bless her, she listened to one of the videos I'd shared on YouTube, actually two, and she gave some of her feedback on it. And it was so lovely to hear what a really close friend who knows you so well say about the work that you do, and shares with you how valuable that is to her life, and how she also sees me. And I just really wanted to share that it's there's nothing better. Like, I love hearing from new people in my life, and people within communities and even strangers on the internet, like, share with me how anything I've said or shared has touched them in some way, because honestly that's what the work is about. It's literally about sharing a piece of yourself and having even one person connect with that. That is like priceless, right? But when you have somebody that knows you for who you are, knows you so well, and they can actually connect you with the thing that you love, and can see the light in your eyes, and know that is like, I recognize that this is something that you're being called to do. um that's just a beautiful thing, and that today has brought me so much joy. And straight away, as soon as that happened, I was literally about to jump in the car and head to my next appointment and just listen to the rest of her voice note. But then I was like, you know what, I've got to stop for a second, and I've got to ask myself, hold on, I've got 10 minutes, let me sit and share this moment and do exactly what I've been doing in the joy challenge, which is to sit and appreciate the moment that just happened. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. So in lieu of this beautiful moment, I thought I would ask you, what joy have you experienced today, yesterday, this past week, this past month, that has actually touched you or moved you in some sort of way? And if you feel brave enough to share in the comments, or even write it in your journal if you don't feel like sharing it with the world right now. That's totally okay. You know, the world that we live in right now has really put this pressure on a lot of people to just talk about everything that happens in their life. And you don't actually have to do that. I sit here and I speak to you on the internet about things that are going on in my life. Some things are personal, some things are not, but I don't share everything. And, you know, you can choose how you share. You have to follow your own intuition and your own instincts as to what works best for you. So I would say do what you can to recognize that you can bring your attention to something that is special, and you don't have to share it publicly. You can literally just write it in your journal. You can literally write it on the wall. You can text a loved one. You can call them and tell them. You can speak to someone in person and share exactly how you're feeling. And I think that's one of the beautiful joys of life is connection. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you today. I hope you guys have a great day. There is a lot more I want to share, and I might try and record something later on today. So if you see me in the same outfit, don't judge me. I'm still just doing me. But I hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. If you feel like you want to share your joy, please do in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. And just on that note, if you are here on my channel and you've listened or watched a couple of my videos, or even just this one, it would mean a lot to me if you would continue following on my journey by subscribing. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend. And if you have something to say, please comment and like this video. And I hope you have a great one. Take care. Bye.